Out, 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 out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly welcome to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Gary Sinise.
Well, I have veterans in my family, so I have great respect for our veterans. My grandfather served in World War I. I've got uncles from World War II. My dad served in the Navy. He was in the service during the Korean War. My wife's side of the family, Vietnam veterans, Cold War. My nephew just retired last week from after 13 years in the Army. So a lot of veterans in my family. It starts there, and then, after Forrest Gump, I got involved with veterans, our wounded veterans, and I was working with Vietnam veterans in the 80s, and then after September 11th, I just wanted to do something to support the men and women who were deploying to Iraq and Afghanistan. And so I started visiting them. I started going to the hospitals. I started entertaining them with a band, which we've played hundreds of concerts now, all around the world for our men and women. This is something that's very, very important to me. I've just met too many extraordinary people in the military and veteran space, and too many folks, families who have sacrificed a lot and they don't get a lot, for that. So if somebody like me who's in the public eye, they see on television or movies or something that can come around and treat them a little special, make them feel that what they've done and what they're going through is important and remembered and appreciated, then that's maybe that can help them. They sacrifice a lot for us. Freedom is not something we just get to have. It has to be fought for. It has to be protected. It has to be defended. That means people have to do some dangerous work to do that. And it's a dangerous world. So we need to keep them strong. We need to let them know that we appreciate them. And, if we do that, people will continue to want to serve. What if no one wanted to do that? No one wanted to be in the military. We'd have to force people to do it because we have to have a strong military. So I just want them to know that I don't take it for granted. That's what I try to do through the Gary Sinise Foundation. Well, yeah, I was able to travel with General Mark Milley, who is the Chief of Staff of the Army, and we had a great trip. Went to Afghanistan first, saw a lot of troops there. Spent time at Bagram Air Force Base, which is it's a former Russian base. We've had that base now for 16 years. It's the biggest base that we have there right now. We went down to FOB, Forward Operating Base, Fenty. It's named after somebody who was killed. That's in Jalalabad, so I was able to see a lot of our troops there. Then we flew over to Iraq, saw a lot of troops in Baghdad, in Tarji, and went up to Mosul, which is unfortunately, that city has been decimated. ISIS took that city, in 2014, I think. That was a city of 3 million people. They killed a lot of people up there. And they wired that city with a lot of bombs, and they blew up a lot of that city. And unfortunately, half of that city is gone, and it's just destroyed. But ISIS has also been destroyed. With our support, the Iraqis have gone in there and driven them out and gotten rid of a lot of them. We still have special operators up there, so I was able to spend time with them, you know, right before the holidays. They're doing dangerous and difficult work up there. But somebody like me shows up, and that can brighten things up a little bit and break up the day a little, break up the monotony. And, you know, I was able to do that in a lot of places in a short period of time. And it made me feel good to know that I could bring a little home to some folks that deserve it.
There you go. That's a crazy picture.
Gary, congrats. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks and congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hi, everybody.
Gary, how you doing, Gary?
Congratulations. Thanks for coming.